Hi friends, today we are going to learn how to create a program for loan interest calculator. Okay, for this we need the formula of simple interest. So everyone knows simple interest formula, I guess. That is simple interest SI is equal to PRT, that is P into R into T divided by 100. Okay, that P means principal, R is rate, T is time, divided by 100 gives you the simple interest. To calculate loan, how much amount you are going to pay the loan, you have to add the principal to the simple interest formula. Okay, so the amount will be principal plus simple interest. You can also say principal plus principal into rate into time divided by 100. Without a further ado, let's get started. For this, first I am going to take a fresh page, that is fresh file. For that, just click on this file button, click on new. If you want to save this file, you can click on save. I have already saved this file, so I'll just click on new file. Similar way, it starts again. You have to select here block coding and Python interface. Click on go ahead. You'll get a fresh file. By default it is giving us the sprite Toby only. So we'll start. First here we need to define interest calculator. Okay, for that you have to just type here. I'm just writing it separately here in the next line, DEF. So we are going to define what we are going to create, that one, that is interest calculator. In this interest calculator we need, in the bracket we need three things, that is principal, comma rate, comma time. Okay, after this definition, after defining this, we are going to give colon. Okay, so next, this was the definition what we are going to calculate and also what all things we require from the user. Okay, so after colon you will get a, when you press enter key, you will get a space over here. This indentation you will get. Okay, so this, whatever we are going to write after this colon will be applied to this interest calculator. That is, what we are going to calculate is the amount. Okay, how much loan we are going to pay, that is amount. What will be the formula? We are going to write in amount, is equal to, amount is equal to, so as I told, what will be, how to calculate the loan, principal plus simple interest, right? So same thing we are going to type principal plus principal into rate into time divided by 100. This was the formula. To get this answer back, another command you are going to give, that is return command. Okay, you have to get the answer, right? So we are going to give a command called return. What we are going to return? We want the amount. What we are going to return? The value, that is amount value. Okay, so this was the definition. Now we'll start with the program, what all things we have to enter and how. Okay, so I'm just clicking backspace so that it goes back from the indentation. Sprite. So we want sprite to say or to give the input to enter the principal amount from the user. Okay, so when the message called enter the principal amount is seen on the stage, the user is going to input the principal amount. Okay, so for that you are going to give a command called sprite dot input in brackets in the double quotation, enter the principal amount. Next, we are giving the variable that is principal, in which, see, the principal can be a decimal number also. Okay, so we are taking floating point data type in bracket float, that is, the sprite has to show the answer. Okay, sprite dot answer. Which answer it has to show? When you type the principal amount, it must show in principal the value. The next one we want is, we have to ask the user to input. Okay, even you can copy the commands. Okay, I'll just show you. Just have to select it. I'll select these two commands and copy, that is Control C. Instead of typing this, I'll just paste it. Same way I want it for time also, so I'll paste it again. So 2 times I have pasted the same thing, that is Control C and Control V. So here just I'll be changing the things. Enter the principal instead of principal. The first one we are already given principal, the second one will be giving rate, it is interest rate. We'll remove this amount, and here instead of principal we are going to type rate. Similar way, rest all will be same. The third one will be here time. We'll remove the principal amount and type the time. So here also will be changing principal to time. So what happens by giving this sprite input command? The sprite will be giving a message called these things: enter the principal amount, enter the interest rate, enter the time, and the user will be entering those things. Okay, then what we want the sprite to do, it has to give the answer, right? So we are going to write here sprite dot say. The sprite will say the amount. Okay, write in brackets what it has to say. Amount is, like a sentence, it has to say amount is. The sentence will be displayed there. Okay, and the formula, that is, we'll add the formula, that is, we are defined no in the beginning, the same thing, that is string. What was that string? Interest calculator. So it is already showing the hints here. I'm just selecting from that instead of typing. So not only the interest calculator, it was in the bracket principal rate time, principal comma rate comma time. Okay, so now one more thing we are just mentioning here. See, these two brackets are closed now, the last bracket is there open. So I'm just adding a comma and 2. This is the time, like how much seconds it has to stay. The answer has to stay, or else what happens, the answer will be seeing forever. Okay, so just mention the seconds, like how, for what seconds you want that answer to be displayed. So I'm mentioning just 2 there, then bracket is already closed. Done.
Now what you have to do is select here the name and give the file name as loan interest calculator and hit on this save icon. The file will be saved. Now you can run the code. So it is asking here the principal amount. I just make it full screen. So enter the principal amount, for example 12,000. Enter. Now it is asking the rate of interest. Okay, the percentage, how much it is. For example 5%. Press enter. Now it is asking for how long, how much time. You can say 12 months and press enter. So you will get the answer as 19,200. It stayed for 2 seconds and it went. You have to run it again for a new amount. So this is how we'll be calculating the loan amount. I'll just exit from the full screen. In the next session, we'll be seeing how to make a game using Python. Okay, game development in Python. Thank you.